Hello everyone. Today we got the new Evo for Umu. I don't know where her actual name is. But yeah, Umu. Shay, what was it? Cuz I know you know it.
Nero Claudius.
Yeah. So, I don't obviously have the unit. Red here does because the requirements are beyond what I could have expected. Like the 1 million idle ribbons is kind of insane. But from what I've seen on this unit, it's understandable. So we got the new passive White Flames, which is basically the rundown of it is blue flames and vulnerable, which is a pretty good passive. I'ma be real. It's actually pretty good. And I think she leads, what does she lead? Flower Bait WTD or Burn Bright Warrior?
Yeah, flower viability.
Flower Bait WTD.
110 damage at minus 10 SPA.
Alright. So let's get her upgraded. So she starts off circle AoE, ground, still ground, but gets a nice line AoE, nice range, pretty good damage. And now we get Hill on her third attack pattern. We're starting to get some abilities here, and we got a giant circle. And then that leads up to the max. So with no buffs, we're looking at 2.5 million damage, 213 range, 8 SPA. This is traitless, so if you get like Fallen One on her, she'd be a lot better. Let me get Killua down. Power Wish. Now we'll have Senku's damage boost down. So fully buffed, we're looking at about 300 range, 17 million damage, 8 SPA. With the White Flame, you get Fallen One on that. It's definitely a lot better. So now we have 3 different abilities. The first one, Flowers on Earth, buff attack of 2 random units in range by 5 times for 60 seconds, which is kind of crazy. I mean, it makes it luck based for that damage boost, but if you're lucky with it and you kind of play it right, you can absolutely use this for damage farming. It'd be very, very good. Could you turn on ability by friends real quick, Red? All right, cool, thanks. So we just popped this. Looks like the 2 Purify Guardians did 25 mil. And it lasts for 60 seconds, the cooldown of 60 seconds, so it's just completely cyclable. So technically it is the best damage buff in the game. However, oh, there's a vacuum going on. Okay. However, it really only applies to 2 units, which limits it heavily. But moving on, we have Stairs in Heaven. So what this kind of does is it boosts the Golden Theater ability, increases the duration of it by 10 seconds, and increases the amount of damage it does by 100%. And I guess the max amount of time it can go up by is 300 seconds. So if we pop that, 210 second cooldown. So if we just turn the speed up, and then we're going to use it again over and over again. But so this is just infinitely boosting well, not infinitely, but it's just boosting the effect of Golden Theater. And from what I have seen, it's an incredible ability. Time stops all enemies in range for 60 seconds and deals the total amount of damage that she has dealt to them. So her damage already has potential to be pretty good. A pretty good chunk of damage. I don't think I had Shinra down. Yeah. So basically, if you are able to get the Stairway to Heaven or whatever it was called, use enough, you could have a 10-minute time stop and a nuke dealing 21 times her damage. Not 21. Where did I get 21? 30 times her damage. I don't know where I got 21 from. But, like, so we just summoned this enemy with 100 million health. That's a pretty good amount of damage. Who else is attacking? Oh, they're attacking. But her damage is pretty strong. And if you're infinitely scaling that in like weekly challenge, it's going to be even stronger. So by the time you reach that, the enemies will have reached the health cap, and you'll just be able to instantly wipe any enemy on the map. Like, this is a really, really good ability. And especially for damage farming, if you max her out first, which she is really, really cheap, it is insane. This is definitely a new damage farm meta unit. I don't know if I would exactly say it's meta for solo damage farming, but if you're damage farming with a group, this is definitely a unit you 100% want to bring. So, but now the real question is whether or not it's actually worth all the requirements. I mean, the damage isn't that bad. The damage you can get in one run if you bring a friend. But the problem is that million idle ribbons. I mean, in my opinion, I think if they lowered it, the amount of idle ribbons by a little bit, it would be a lot more worth it. 1 million is kind of a lot. But her ability is also up to a 10-minute time stop. So, I mean, I think it's kind of understandable. I understand where the developers are coming from with this. And I don't see them changing it. Because this unit is kind of crazy. But that's kind of about it for this unit. There's not really much else that there is to go over. So that's going to do it for this showcase. I didn't showcase the other two units because they're kind of not great. They're not really worth. As soon as I saw like what Umu could do, I was like, yeah, I kind of need to showcase this. It's kind of a really good unit. I'll be showcasing the good units that come out, and maybe after all the 15 units have released, I'll showcase just the fodder ones. Just let me know if you guys like want that. Okay, really? But that's gonna do it for this showcase here. Hopefully they release more good units like this. And goodbye, everyone.